Alright, we're going to check out this Cyelee T3 red dot sight today. All Cyelee optics come with a lifetime warranty. This is IPX6 or 7 waterproof. This is a 2 MOA dot with auto on, auto off standby mode, or you can operate it manually. Here's everything that comes with the box. I notice all these now come with a little Velcro patch there. You got your little sticker there, decal. There's the instructions, again, lifetime warranty. You got your lens wipe there. A tool, and you'll see it comes with a low profile base and then also the high profile. There's your battery there. And with that higher profile base that's already attached there, that gives you a absolute co-witness with your standard height AR sights. Well, Cyelee actually states on their website that this T3 is modeled after this Bushnell TRS-25 here. I've had several of these over the years because it used to be my favorite red dot. Absolutely love it. Theirs is much more affordable than the Bushnell there, but it's also slimmer and more compact, and it also has the auto on, auto off available feature. Of course, you can still manually operate it. You see you got your buttons on the side there instead of it being on the dial, and that's why this T3 is more compact, because that is your illumination settings there. On the Bushnell on the right, you see it sticks up further, so that's why the Cyelee is a little smaller and more compact, because that is only the battery housing on the Cyelee. So overall, the Cyelee is an improvement over the Bushnell, especially with the extra features. The dot is just as fine and crisp as well, if not better, and it comes in at half the price. But there she is mounted up on my BCA 16-inch upper there. I'll put a link in the video. Put a link on the video if you want to check out the review on that upper. So we're going to start out down here at 50 yards, get it zeroed. And then I got a target further out there, 16-inch steel gong at 300 yards, and we'll take a whack at that once I get it zeroed. So I always like to start out on a piece of random debris down here to make sure it's close enough to be on paper. So we're shooting at this little piece of wood right here to start. So you can see there we were low right, so I'll make some adjustments to the windage and elevation, try to get it closer. So you just take off your caps here, and I'll show you here in a second. On the back of the caps there's like this little screwdriver head, so you can actually put it in the slots there. You don't need any tools to turn it. I don't know if you can hear anything, but there is a little bit of force feedback, and I can hear some subtle clicking, but it's difficult to hear through the video. So again, we're going for that same little piece of wood there next to that block. And we hit it, so now I can move up to the paper here to finalize zero. Aiming for the dot on the left. So pretty close there. Give it 2 clicks up and 1 click to the left off cam. So we're going to reach out to 300 yards now. Just wanted to see we do have this Cyelee mounted up there. So again, 16-inch gong at 300 yards. Now we got a 50-yard zero, so obviously there's going to be some drop out there at 300 yards. If I remember correctly, it was just basically aiming at the top of the mound just above the target there. So I guess right for the holdover, there's 3 hits in a row, and that first shot was somebody else, not me. And here's a third-person perspective for you. Hits are a little hard to hear through the video, but I've done what I can to enhance the audio, so hopefully you guys can hear the hits. So usually in my optic review videos, I like to show you guys at least a few images, through the optic, showing you the reticle, or dot in this case, at different ranges. But this type of red dot with the little tube and all that, it's already extremely difficult to get decent pictures through a scope and through pistol dots, but those are a little easier, even though it's really hard to get a good image than these. So it was very hard to get any sort of image for you guys that looks anything remotely close to real life, but this is the best I could manage right here. I mean, I took like 10 different pictures. It's hard to get a focus, and it just, again, it looks terrible, but I would normally throw up more images than this, but whatever you see here, it looks much better in person. Obviously the glass is clear, there's no distortion or anything like that, no fisheye effect. Nice tiny little 2 MOA dot, plenty brighter than what you actually see here. Of course, the brightness is adjustable, you can go up or down, which on that note, there's 10 brightness settings in total, so you got 8 for daytime use and 2 of the lowest you can actually use with night vision. But this was the best image I could capture here, which isn't saying much, so it looks much better in person, much more fine and crisp, more vibrant, absolutely zero distortion, and the dot looks about half that size. When I was looking at that target down there at 300 yards, the dot was about half that size. So even if I held right on that target, I had no problem seeing the target, the edges of the target around the dot, because in real life the dot's about half the size of what you're seeing here, and again, much more crisp and clear and all that. This is just the best I could manage with the camera for you guys. But my overall impressions is a really good dot for the price. As I said earlier in the video, it was modeled after the Bushnell TRS-25. I ran those for years until I found better options like the Cyelee here, and those Bushnells typically run over $100. So the Cyelee T3 here is about half the price of that Bushnell. As I said, the dot is just as fine and crisp, if not better. I believe it's a little bit better, honestly. And unlike that Bushnell that costs twice as much, you actually get the auto on, auto off feature with this one if you want it. You can manually operate it, or you can set it up, just basically leave it on for the auto on, auto off feature. It'll shut off after a few minutes with no movement, and then when you pick it back up, it'll kick back on automatically. As far as durability goes, I've seen some of Cyelee's own torture testing, the things they do to their own optics. I don't think they post it all on their website, but through like their Instagram accounts and stuff like that, I've seen some torture tests posted up. I've seen other people's torture tests of their optics, and I even did my own torture test of one of their optics back sometime last year, passed with flying colors. I mean, they even have a picture of this thing on their website where it's shot with birdshot out of a shotgun and survived. So Cyelee optics are extremely durable, and unlike the Bushnell, you get a lifetime warranty. So should you have any issues, it's got you covered with a lifetime warranty there. But that'll do it for this one. I just wanted to let you guys know I would be testing out these other optics they sent me here. One has a green dot, which I'm excited for because it's the first green one I've ever used. And then their T10X, which has a multi-reticle system. It's a dot, a circle, or a circle with a dot in the middle. So we have those to look forward to coming up. This one's linked in the description. If there's any discount code, that'll be in the video description with the link. Sometimes I get a discount code for you guys, sometimes I don't. For more optic reviews, check out my parts, accessories, and optics playlist on the channel. For other things you see me use in my videos, like safety glasses, earmuffs, my shooting bags, steel targets, paper targets, and more, links in the description for all that. And for few products I cannot link to, check out my campsite page. But thanks for stopping by and checking this one out today. I appreciate it, and I hope to catch you on the next one.